It's your girl coming at you here to give you an update on everything that's been going on. I know it's been a little while. I was away on a trip and then I had like a ton of appointments and things to go to. So I've been really busy with that kind of stuff, plus work again, you know, part-time, but still. So I work till 10 o'clock at night, so I don't want to do too much after that. So yeah, and I'm going to be working on, I have a board here that still has Merry Christmas on it, so we're gonna go ahead and take those off and put some put something a little bit more year-round on there because we don't want it to be Christmas all year round. Yeah, so updates. So I'm just giving my fingers something to do because I tend to get distracted and stuff while I'm doing videos and my hands grab at things and do things. So I'll just be doing that from the get-go. And yeah, all right, so update. So last I talked to you, I had gotten some medication for my breathing, which is still working great. I'm breathing awesome. I even, when we came home from Halifax, I dropped back down to my like regular 1 dose of cortisol for my Addison's disease, and I'm still going okay. I haven't lost my energy and all that kind of stuff, and I'll tell you why in a second. On top of my breathing getting better, I also went in to see the gastroenterologist, and she set me up to have a colonoscopy and endoscopy, I think it's called, or endoscopy, whatever you want to call it. So I went and did those. And yeah, so they found that I had, because remember we were talking about GERD at one point. That is a gastroesophageal reflux disease, I believe it's called. They think I have mild GERD from the scope. I haven't gotten like the actual results yet from talking to the gastroenterologist, but I went to the respirologist yesterday. I have like a ton of specialists now, guys. It's gonna be probably get annoying to listen to, but here we go. Respirologist had a quick look at the results from that, and he did say there was a little bit of GERD happening, like a mild GERD. It sounds like such a funny word. I hate it. It's just an acronym for gastro blah blah blah, easier to say. So yeah, so I'm assuming I'm gonna have to change my diet and probably like work around that a little bit. I have cut down on like coffee a lot. I'm down to, I used to drink 4 cups of coffee a day, like large coffees. I would bring 2 in with me to work. Like a large mug plus a travel mug. And then I'd fill that mug or fill my like regular coffee mug with that. And then on break time, which was only like a couple of hours, 2 to 3 hours away from the coffees I already had, I would get another 2. So, and then I'd have those drank by lunchtime. So I really dropped down on coffee. I'm not drinking as much. I do have an iced coffee right now, which I'm drinking. Starbucks, with a no name on there. Yeah, because they messed up my order and had to go back and get it. But yeah, so where was I? Okay, gastroenterologist. Yes, so I'm just waiting to hear back from them. They did find 1 polyp that they sent away. Hopefully it's not going to be anything serious. Hopefully it's just kind of there, or benign kind of a thing. But there is some, there is some history of digestion stuff. Like my dad had bowel cancer. And so he's all good to go now. He had the cancer removed, and he had some, I don't know if he did any chemo or anything like that, but they look back and there's nothing left there now, so he's good to go, thankfully. And yeah, so we wanted to look into that, make sure that none of that kind of stuff was happening. She is the only one that looked at my iron and said, let's get you an iron infusion, and thank God. Because I think the iron is one of my big issues, and she thought so as well. So I have been having super irregular periods, and I know it's too much information, but here we go. Medical stuff, fun. So she thinks that because of my cycle, it's causing me to lose more blood than expected, because I've been having like sometimes 2 periods a month. So yeah, and if they're heavy at all, then losing more blood than expected, and it's making a difference. That's something that she thought maybe might be happening. So really what we're looking at right now is just the symptoms of what's going on, And I don't know if there's actually a disease that's causing it. It's hard to say because iron can cause demyelination if it's gone for too long. And I went for 7 months with low iron, so and low hemoglobin. So we shall see. But ever since I got the iron, so first day I got the iron transfusion, I felt shite. I was like, I walked out of there thinking I was gonna feel like $1,000,000, and my legs could barely like get me to my car. And and then I came home and looked it up. I was like, is that normal? Like, should you feel terrible after an iron transfusion? And they said it can take up to a couple of weeks for like you to start feeling better. And sure enough, within a couple of days, I started to get more energy. I was able to take Holly out for a walk a couple of times and actually get around the full block. My legs hurt a little bit when I reach a certain point, but it's not like enough to make me like feel like I can't get back home. So we're doing pretty good that way. I've got more energy just all around. I'm able to do more things. Like I said, I messaged Greg yesterday because I'd been able to, or the day before, because I'd been able to like run into the store and grab something. And the freedom to be able to do that without looking at the distance that I have to walk and going, oh God, I'm gonna die and this is gonna suck. Just not even having to have that thought and not having to have my my rescue inhaler, my blue inhaler, like stuck to me at all times is amazing. Like, you just take these things for granted, you know, like if you can breathe properly and you have the energy that that you normally do, like I'm so grateful for it right now. Like, I don't know what, like, I just felt like such crap for so long that it's nice to be able to just get up and go and feel okay and make it to where I want to go without dying or feeling like I'm going to die. Having my puffer tethered to me the whole time, panicking if I don't have it with me, that kind of a thing. Like, I literally have not had to take it once since I started taking that other puffer that the respirologist gave me. So, yeah, so things are going well in that respect, but I do still have some symptoms going on. So, and we'll see, maybe they'll disappear with time, but from what I've read, I don't know if they're related to the iron. I think it's something separate. So again, I'm still going to be seeing specialists. I went in to see the cardiologist last week, and I went to, and he's sending me for an echocardiogram, so I'm going to be doing that tomorrow morning, bright and early, 8 o'clock in the morning, which is nice and fun for people that don't know how to sleep at night. Yeah, so it's going to suck. I'm probably going to have next to no sleep. I got to take Greg into work super early as well because he works in the office on Mondays, so I need to get him into work, then get myself to the hospital. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. The cardiologist doesn't seem to think that there's anything actually wrong with the heart. I have been having some chest pains, but it's like, we think it may be not heart related because when I have the chest pains, I can press on my chest and it helps a little bit. So they're like, that pretty much guarantees that it's not the heart, because pressing on your chest is not going to help with your heart in any situation. But it's a good idea to check for it and just rule it out, make sure it's not that. Let's see, I think the only specialist I haven't seen yet is the hematologist, and I don't even know if there's a point in seeing them. I'm not sure what exactly they would find out. If there is, if they call me, I'll go for the appointment and see what they say. Oh, and I got a call, finally got a call from Dr. Palky's office, and they put me in for an appointment for the end of May. So, and that's stupid early in the morning as well, and he's at the hospital, so I've got to go. It's at like 8:30, I think it was, or something. But I did it once before, I managed, and then, like I said, I can come home and nap, so that's totally fine before I have to go to work. Yeah, so it should be interesting. Lots of appointments, like I said, lots of testing being done. I went for a breathing test, and like I said, the scopes. Then we had the iron transfusion. Now I'm going for echocardiogram. I've had 2 MRIs, a CAT scan. Like, they're gonna have everything on file from this year, like from me. My whole body will be on file from this point on, and then they'll have to figure it out what's going on from there. Yeah, so there's still some symptoms going on, but they're not like debilitating like the other symptoms were, like the breathing and the not having any energy, having to double up on my cortisol all the time, which was really annoying. So he got in touch with me. We're going end of May, Dr. Pelkey, and he's my specialist that deals with my Addison's disease. So he's an endocrinologist. And yeah, so he's wants to follow up with me regarding the emergency appointment that I had, or the emergency visit that I had. Yeah, so they're just getting back to me about that now. I don't know if I complained to the cardiologist about him. I was like, I haven't heard from him at all. Like, I don't know what's going on there. I left 4 messages. I haven't heard anything back. I have no prescriptions. Like, so cardiologist gave me some prescriptions, thank God, because my family doctor, in case anybody who hasn't followed my story doesn't know, is in the hospital right now, undergoing surgery or recovering from, I'm not sure where he's at right now, bone marrow transplant. So yeah, he's gonna be out for a little while. And I wasn't able to get in there because it's so difficult to get in touch with them and get appointments. I wasn't able to get in before he went out, because they did try to get people to get their prescriptions in before he went out for the surgery. But yeah, you had to call between this hour and this hour and this hour and this hour, and then every time you call, it would be like calling the clinic and be busy, and you have to keep dialing until you get through. It's just so annoying. So I was like, I'm just gonna have to go to the clinic like when the time comes, or get in touch with Dr. Pelkey and see if he'll give me some. So yeah, and then when Dr. Pelkey wasn't looking good, I was starting to get really stressed out. Like, what am I gonna do? But the cardiologist felt comfortable enough to give me my prescription, so he put like an infinity on it. I'm like, yay, thank you. I'm like, I don't want to have to worry about that, like, especially when you have life-saving stuff, like, gets a little stressful. Yeah, so we're good there, and I'm looking forward to seeing Dr. Pelkey, so I can just see what he thinks about all of this and be like, am I doing the right thing with the cortisol? Like, I have no idea. It's not seeming like I'm gonna have to double up again anytime soon, unless symptoms come back, but we'll see what Dr. Pelkey says and go from there. Yeah, so the symptoms that I have that are still happening right now, I'm cramping a lot. Like, I get lots of cramps in my feet, my legs, and that was new. Starting in Halifax, I started getting cramps a lot. And yeah, so cramping up in my legs, my feet. Sometimes I get like pains in different areas, but these are like cramping, and like Charlie horses. And what else? I've got sores inside my nose, which is, they're on the cartilage of the nose on the inside. So nothing seems to be helping that. I'm like blowing blood every day. Like, that's all I have in my Kleenex is blood. I'm like, it's not gushing, so it's not enough to like make any difference for my iron and my hemoglobin, but it's just a constant little bit of blood. And the sores just keep opening back up again. And when I like blow and try to breathe again, because my nose gets really stuffed up and dry with all of the sores in there. So yeah, I have a nasal spray, but it's not going to help with the sores. It's just helping with the like constant nasal drip that I have going on. That was another symptom that I had. I typically have like allergy stuff going on around this time of year, but this drip was like constant from like last fall on. So yeah, so that's under control, but the sores are not. And I also have like eye symptoms. They haven't been as bad, some like double vision, stuff like that. And then I also have the issues in my throat. I get hoarse really often. I also have a hard time swallowing. Sometimes I choke on food or drinks or just my own saliva, because that's what we do. We try to kill ourselves daily here. My body's trying to kill me. My saliva's trying to kill me. It's just constant. And yeah, so other than that though, honestly, the debilitating stuff like the breathing and the energy, I'm so much happier right now that I can just be able to walk and breathe. Like, I can walk my dog now at least around the crescent without dying, and I can also breathe and not have to carry my puffer with me all the time. So amazing. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with the demyelination either. Like maybe once now that the iron's better, it'll start to go away or get better. I don't know. And I guess we'll just go from here and see what happens. So I think I'm gonna put spooky season all year round or something like that on here, just so I can have something that is for all of the seasons and I don't have to keep changing it. And I have this big thing bag of letters, and I'm just seeing if I can get something from what I had already on there. There's my S. Oh, there's spooky. I think I have a P in here somewhere. Yep. Spooky season all year round. Oops, I'm breaking the board now. That's great. Okay. And what else is new? So now that the weather's starting to get better, I am looking to do a little bit of, and I'm feeling better. I'm looking to do a little bit of camping. I got a new like hammock camping system, so I want to try that out here in my backyard first before I try to bring it out somewhere. Make sure that everything works and I know how to set everything up ahead of time rather than just getting there and doing it on the fly. It's not a great idea to do that. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do that. I will take you with me. Mostly the Goth and Squatch camping channel will come with, but I will share it on here as well. So you guys can come and hang out and try out my system with me. I want to try out a couple other things. I've got a little camping stove, like a lightweight one that you can bring hiking and stuff. I'd like to try that and just make some coffee and probably have a meal or something, maybe. We'll see. And yeah, and I'd like to try my, whatchamacallit, the wood stove that we bought as well, because I haven't had a chance to try that out yet. Just where I was so sick and I wasn't able to get my tent set up in the winter time like I wanted to try out the wood stove. Yeah, so I was actually going to look at getting it out this weekend, but it's been raining all weekend, so it's not really ideal. Sorry for the noise. Not ideal time for me to get that out and get it started. So let's get another O. I've so far gotten sp. We're working on it here. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much what I've got. And other than that, I'm just going to keep working away at trying to figure out what this is. And I mean, at least at this point, like I said, the debilitating stuff is not happening. So thankfully, I'll be able to survive a little longer without, you know, feeling frustrated and helpless and all that kind of stuff, which is where I was at before. I need a K. Do we have a K in here? No. Of course, it's the last dang one. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so that is what's happening there. I will tell you, I want to tell you guys about the AirB and B that we stayed in at in Halifax, and I'll probably put up the story on the Loyalist Paranormal page as well. So when we got to the place, I didn't realize it was like a heritage place that my dad had rented out, and it's right around the corner from like or right down the street really from the water, so you can see the water from where we were when you walked out the front door. And it's a heritage place because it was an old school building, like 1800 something. And, you know, it had crossed my mind that maybe it might be haunted because, you know, I like the spooky things and I just assumed it might be. But I was like, well, let's see what happens while we're here. And nothing really happened the first couple of nights. And then all of a sudden, one night the water turned on by itself in my bathroom. And I was like, like I came downstairs and the water was running. I was like, okay, turn that off. Maybe I hit it with my sleeve or forgot to turn it off or something like that. So I just like let it go, whatever. And mentioned it to Greg, mentioned it to my dad, but they were like, huh, interesting. And then I think the next night I went down and the water was running again. And this time Greg heard it too. And he was like, what the hell? Like, so that's twice that the water was running on its own. And Yeah. My dad said that he woke up one night and the light was on, and he knew he had turned it off. And then while he was laying there, it turned off again. And then my daughter's fiance had mentioned that he heard somebody coming up the stairs and thought it was like my dad or one of us, and then never heard anything else after like they got up to the top. Yeah, so, and that we thought was kind of strange as well. We're like, maybe it is haunted. Then we got home, and my daughter, Zoe, she went and looked online and found another rating from another Airbnb and B stayer that said, "Don't stay here, it's haunted." So apparently they went upstairs to get their stuff set up, and they could barely even get up to the top of the stairs. They were already freaked out. They said they could hear people walking upstairs and on the stairs all night. They ended up staying on the living room floor because they didn't want to go upstairs and stay in the bedrooms. They were that freaked out. So yeah, I think we stayed in a haunted Airbnb. And then we also checked out, while we were there, the Five Fishermen restaurant, which is also haunted. So I just wanted to be able to say, yeah, I've been there and I've heard that story. You know what I mean? Because you always hear about a place that's haunted. And, you know, I'm sure they probably, maybe they've had an investigation in the past, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's kind of cool to be able to visit a place that's like known to be haunted. So interesting. Yeah, and the food was frickin' delicious. It's expensive, but it was worth it for the experience and everything. Yeah, it was nice. And we had a really good time on our trip, so I'm happy about that. My dad had fun too. Yeah, we're already talking about going on another trip soon. It was really nice. Yeah, so many ums. And let's see, I got spooky done. I'm gonna keep working away on this. I will let you guys off to go. I just wanted to give you an update and let you know that things are actually going a little bit better for me, which is amazing. And I'm feeling like we're getting somewhere at least with the symptoms. And then if we ever find out what's going on, it would be great. If we don't, at least if we can work on getting the symptoms down, that'd be great. Yeah. So we'll see. And I will keep you guys updated from here. Looking forward to some nice weather, some camping, some like maybe hiking if I can get my energy up that much. I've been working away at it, little bits and pieces, like I said, taking Holly out for a walk and hoping my legs will start to get a little bit better. I've been keeping up with physio as well. I'm doing my exercises here and there. And I need to make an appointment for physio because I haven't done that since I got back from Halifax. But yeah, so hopefully my hand will be getting on its way to being better as well. So the typing at work has been going okay. But yeah, these still look exactly the same as they did before. And I'm not sure if that's from the demyelination or what it is that is causing that. And I don't think anybody else knows either, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I feel like it is what it is in my way through life. But yeah, what can you do? Like, you're dealt the cards you're dealt, and you just gotta go and play them the best that you can. So speaking of which, we also went to a casino, which was not my thing. We went on the like penny slots, and that was about it. And I'm not really a gambler. I'm not into that kind of stuff. Yeah, my dad played the table. I think he did blackjack, and didn't win anything, but he had his fun. He got to go and drop a lot of money and hope to get more, and then it didn't happen, but we had a delicious dinner, and he was really hoping to play some poker, but the poker tables were all full, unfortunately, and full for the night. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all getting excited for the nice weather and getting ready for a good summer. And I will keep you guys posted as we go on. Mwah, I love you. And have a good one, guys. Be in touch.